Hello bookworms, I'm Becca and today I'm doing the spooky Would You Rather book tag. Most of my videos in October are probably going to be spooky, creepy type book tags because I've been lacking on book tags a lot. They're the easiest things to film and I just love talking about all things creepy in October. So the spooky Would You Rather book tag was created by the book pusher and she also tagged me in her video, so thank you so much. I love being tagged in book tags. There's a bunch of different questions and they're in like would you rather type form, so let's just jump right in. Question number 1 is thrillers or supernaturals, and this is really hard for me to choose because I love thrillers, especially psychological thrillers, but I find that in most of my spooky books that I enjoy reading, there is some sort of supernatural element, so I'm gonna have to go with supernaturals. Question number 2 is ghosts or zombies, and I don't really pick up a lot of books that have to do with zombies. I think I've only read one book that ended up being about zombies, and I really enjoyed it, but that's just not my thing, so I'm definitely gonna go with ghosts. Question number 3 is vampires or werewolves, and I have the exact opposite answer as Maddie. I'm gonna have to go with vampires. I know that they've been done to death, but I think that werewolves are a really difficult character to pull off, and I don't think that I've read very good ones. One set of werewolves that I read was like the worst book that I've ever read in my entire life, and then the only other exposure I have to werewolves is from the Twilight series, so I think I'm gonna go with vampires because I've read a wider range of vampire books and I have enjoyed all of them. Question number 4 is witches or demons, and this one is so difficult for me, but if you know about my reading preferences, not only do I enjoy books with supernatural or paranormal elements, but most of those books have to do with ghosts and demons and possession and all of that things that are just like so dark and I should not be reading about. So I'm definitely going to have to go with demons, even though I do love a lot of books that deal with witches. Demons are where it's at. Question number 5 is would you rather read a book with 13 chapters or read a book with a black cat on the cover? And I think I'm going to go with read a book with a black cat on the cover because for one, I love cats. And for 2, I don't know, it kind of depends, like what if the book had 13 chapters but it wasn't a very good book? You know what I mean? Like are they 13 long chapters? Are they 13 short chapters? Just the number 13 doesn't really do it for me, but I think I'm just gonna choose a book with a cat on the cover and call it a day. Question number 6 is would you rather read a book by candlelight in a dark room or read a book in a room that is fully brightly lit but you're locked inside? And I thought for sure that I would choose a brightly lit room because I get creeped out way too easily, but then I started thinking like, do I really want to be locked inside of a room no matter how brightly lit it is? So I think that I will choose to read a book by candlelight in the darkness that I can just leave whenever I want.
Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hello?
Question number 7 is would you rather face your worst fears or be trapped in the mind of a serial killer? Oh my gosh, I don't know if I would be able to choose this because honestly, like, I have a lot of fears. I have a lot of phobias. I have a lot going on. Maddie brought up the point of reading You by Carolyn Kepnes, and I read that book and it was really messed up and dark and twisted, but like, I didn't have to face any of my fears in it, even though I would probably be traumatized for quite a while afterwards. Maybe if I was trapped in the mind of a serial killer for like a day or something, not forever. Not forever, so I think I'm gonna go with that one. Number 8 is would you rather watch a scary movie or read a scary book? And I love doing both of those. I love watching scary movies, I love reading scary books, but I'd have to say that books tend to stick with me longer than movies do. I find myself forgetting what happens in movies a lot quicker than if I'm reading something and like actively choosing to read a book. That's what I think. When it comes to scary books, you are actively choosing to continue on with the story, whereas like you could just close it. And in movies, I feel like it's more like happening to you. You're not making the choice like, okay, I know what's going to happen and I can stop in the middle of this paragraph and put it down, or I can continue reading it. So I have a lot more fun reading scary books for sure. Number 9 is, would you rather read spooky books all during the year or just during fall? And if you remember back to my seasonal reading preferences video, I talked about how it's weird for me to read scary books like in the summer and spring and stuff like that, because I do think of them as more as fall books. But I don't know, if a really good one comes out in the summer, like I could just wait. Like The Merciless 3 came out over the summer and I read it right then, but I could have waited until the fall. So I think I'll choose to just read spooky books during the fall, because then I can stockpile like a good TBR for fall season and read a ton of spooky books. And question number 10 is, would you rather read 10 spooky books in October or 10 spooky books spread out through the course of the year? And hands down, I'm going to say 10 spooky books in October. Like I was saying in the last question, I can just stockpile like a really good group of spooky books. This is weird because it's hard for me to choose, because spooky books are my favorite books to read, so I'm like, yes, I want to read them all right now in fall only. So that's definitely what I'm doing this month. I have a lot of books to get through and time is of the essence, so I'm definitely going to choose 10 spooky books in October, and then if I need to throughout the course of the year, stockpile some creepy books to read during the fall season and during October. That's what's gonna happen. That is the spooky Would You Rather book tag edition. I'm going to tag Mel from Books with Wings, Aoife from Fred Weasley Dead Laughing, and Peter from Peter Likes Books. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below to see more bookish videos. That's all I got for you guys today, and I will see you next time.